Hello, and welcome to the webinar. On behalf of the Law Office of Tyler R. Barrett, PLLC, I want to say thank you for joining us today. My name is Maddie, and I'm Tyler's assistant here in the office. Before we get started, I wanted to share with you a few things about Tyler. Tyler received his law degree from the University of Oklahoma in 2011, where he was a member of the Oklahoma Law Review. His practice focuses exclusively in areas of wills, trusts, and estates, and Tyler is a member of Wealth Council, which is a national network of estate planning attorneys. So, with that, let's get started. Here's Tyler.
Thank you, Maddie, for the warm introduction. As Maddie said, my name is Tyler Barrett. I am the founder and owner of the law office of Tyler R. Barrett, PLLC. We are an estate planning firm located in Norman, Oklahoma, and we are very fortunate to have just celebrated our 6-year anniversary as a firm back in June. Been practicing estate planning for about a decade now. Learned a whole lot during that time. And I feel like I've got some important information to share with you here today. So, our topic is going to be what parents should know about estate planning. The COVID 19 pandemic continues to dominate the headlines and take up all the oxygen in the room. It's created a lot of agony for those of us who have had family and loved ones suffer from the disease. And even for those of us who haven't, the COVID 19 pandemic has generated a lot of uncertainty. So now more than ever before, estate planning is critical. And this is especially true if you have minor children. Now, many view estate planning as merely what happens after they pass away. But equally as important is planning for a time when you may still be alive, but you're incapacitated due to injury or an illness such as COVID 19. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about protecting your child's financial needs and also caring for your child via estate planning. Let's kick things off with how to use an estate plan to address your child's financial needs. Here, the key tool is a revocable living trust. What is a revocable living trust? I typically explain trust to clients as a bucket. You can think of a trust as a bucket into which you throw all your property and assets. And if you become sick or when you pass away, you can pass that bucket on to your successor trustee who ensures that everything continues on as you would have wanted. So in the case of incapacity, if you have an illness, you're hospitalized, you're unable to manage your finances for a time, a trust will contain instructions for how your successor trustee is to handle your child's financial needs. What they're supposed to pay for in terms of schooling, health care, nutrition, gifts, all of those things that we do on a daily basis with our children. Instructions for how your successor trustee manages those can be contained within the trust. Likewise, a properly drafted revocable living trust also includes a plan for the distribution of your assets following your death. For instance, a trust can be used to encourage beneficiaries to pursue higher education or engage in a certain career, to start a business. Really, it is an opportunity for you to pass down your values to your children, to the next generation. Another area where trusts are helpful for beneficiaries are with regard to asset protection. So a trust can be designed specifically to protect assets in the event that your child is divorced or develops creditor problems. Any of those things. The goal really is just to make sure that the money only goes to your child, to the people that you want to have it. Next up is using your estate plan to care for your child. This portion of the presentation is really going to focus specifically on minor children and the issue of guardianship. What is guardianship? Guardianship is the court-supervised process of the care and custody of a minor child. You have a lot of control in this area because you are able to nominate a guardian for your minor child through your estate planning documents. Now, some folks have probably nominated a guardian for their minor child in their will, and that's good, and everyone should definitely do that. But we also want to make sure that we nominate a guardian for our minor children through our durable power of attorney. Why is that? Well, a will is only effective, it's only operative after you pass away. It doesn't cover anything that happens while you're still alive. So you may be in a position where you're too ill, albeit just temporarily, to care for your child, and you need somebody else to do so. And so it's going to be vital that that nomination is set forth in the durable power of attorney. So, tying everything together, in the age of COVID 19, estate planning is more important now than ever before. This pandemic has taken a grave toll on our nation, and we all pray that it comes to a conclusion as quickly as possible. In the meantime, there are things that each of us can do to protect those about whom we care the most. I've shared a couple tips with you today regarding your estate planning, how to ensure that your children are cared for, and how to protect your children's financial interests. Here at the Law Office of Tyler R. Barrett, PLLC, we don't believe in a one-size-fits-all estate plan. We've created a process that is designed to make sure that your estate plan is tailored to your individual needs and goals. We spend a lot of time in the process getting to know you, getting to know your family, figuring out the history of your family, your values, the things that matter the most. You know, our motto is your life, your legacy, our passion. And it's truly our passion. We want to make sure that your legacy carries on. One important component of that is after the documents are designed, after you've executed your trust and your other estate planning documents, is maintenance. So we offer a client maintenance program where we meet every year and we take a look at your trust and see where we're at, see where the funding of the trust is, and make adjustments as necessary. Because the reality is that all of our lives change on a continual basis, our financial life, our personal life. Maybe we have a new child, a new grandchild, a new job, move from a different state, whatever the case may be. You have to stay on top of estate planning. Just a short story to kind of bring that point home is Kobe Bryant. So sadly, Kobe Bryant, as we all know, the famous basketball player, he passed away suddenly this January. And he had a large estate. He also had a beautiful young family, and Kobe was smart. He did do estate planning. But he was not able to have his youngest child named in his estate plan prior to his death. And that's going to cause some issues going forward for his family and make things a little bit more difficult than they need to be. So we really have to stay on top of the estate plan. And here at the Law Office of Tyler R. Barrett, PLLC, that's what we do for you. With that, I'm going to kick it back to Maddie, and thank you again to everybody for joining us today. And we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thanks, Tyler, and thank you for joining us today. If you would like to schedule a free consultation with Tyler, give us a call, or you can send me an email at maddie@tylerrbarrettlaw.com. We are practicing social distancing, disinfecting all services, wearing our masks, following the CDC guidelines so we can stay safe here in the office. However, if you would feel more comfortable having a consultation through platforms like Zoom or FaceTime, we are definitely doing that as well. So feel free to reach out to us and we will be in touch. Thank you again.